everyone, I am Mike of Mike and Test Play, and welcome back to Pokemon Colosseum. Last time we, learned that there was a new Shadow Pokemon in the Shadow Pokemon Lab. So that's kind of interesting. Now, before we head to the lab, which we are doing right now, but I just want to point out that the trainers in the Snag'em hideout are now up to be rebattled. They have the same teams that they did the first time through, but, you know, if you want to rebattle them to gain some experience from, I guess, fairly easy opponents at this point, you can. You know, it's just, it's another location where the trainers can just be rematched as often as you want them to be. Speaking of old locations, I guess, let's just, let's send out Blue and Mr. Right here. We haven't seen them in a couple episodes. We're back at the Shadow Pokemon Lab, which feels a little odd. But, you know, we were told that Cypher peons were gathering here. There doesn't appear to be anybody here. Well, actually, let's check the destroyed basement, just to be sure that, you know, we still blew it up. Well, we didn't blow it up, that they still blew it up, and that there's still no way through. Kind of just like seeing that, like, you know, multiple locations were blown up on camera in a Pokemon game. Just cool. Just like it. But, you know, we still got the PC here with no healing machine. Anywho, the alarm is off. And that's what really matters here. Because, yeah, we gotta go through the whole lab again. Because there are, in fact, Cypher peons here. Now, you can't go through this door. This door remains one way. He is where Ein was. We know that we're after Rosso with the Shadow Quilava. We know that. But, you know, there's also Cole here, who says, oh, intruder alert, which he said before we entered the battle. But, Cole is a trainer who we battled the first time through. He was the original trainer of Aipom, and he's appearing in the same location he was then. The Shadow Lab's second visit has a pattern of this, in that every trainer who was battled here the first time with a Shadow Pokemon can be rematched now to give you more chances at that Shadow Pokemon. As Blue's imagination kicked in here. It's, you know, it's good game design. Again, I've always said that a lot of this game is just full of it. But, you know, the Shadow Pokemon can't be missed. And, you know, this is, I guess, your next chance to snag them. As cast form rain dances. Wow. That is a choice that was made by you to boost rain against my rain dance duo. Okay. Let's just keep earthquaking and bubble beam the Furt, see if we can get a one-hitter here. You know, nice to have somebody else boost my stats for me. I didn't quite get it. That's fine. Got the speed drop. Okay, I think you don't know what you're doing. Because what? What are you doing? He's just using weather. His entire moveset so far has been weather. We don't know that he has anything other than weather. He's changed it from advantageous for us to disadvantageous for us to, well, that even although not bad, to it's gonna hurt us at the end of the turn. But like it would hurt him too. Whatever. Anyway, he would have been Aipom's trainer. He would have an Aipom here if, you know, you didn't snag it the first time. And now it's an Octillery, who would have benefited from the rain at least. You know, would have made a little bit of sense. But you do you, I guess? I mean, it could benefit from the sun too, because of the flamethrower stuff. No. If it uses Rain Dance, I'm just gonna lose it. I'm already losing it. What are you gonna do, Octillery? Okay, we just Earthquake. Wait, we outspeed you, Blue? You outspeed an Octillery? Cool. I'll take it. You know, free win there. But yeah, this guy had an Aipom, and now... I probably had the Wigglytuff instead? Anyway. I got knocked out again! They are, again, infinitely battleable until you manage to snag their Shadow Pokemon. Just like it was in Snag 'em Hideout, they'll just appear in their locations until you have snagged the Shadow that you may have missed the first time through. So very helpful to know that. Very helpful to, you know, have that as part of your arsenal here. Not arsenal, knowledge base, I guess. And yeah, just wanted to show, you know, nothing in this room. The only trainers in the Shadow Lab on this time through are trainers who had a Shadow Pokemon the first time. So it's very clearly just the Shadow Peons who had Shadows are trying to regroup in different locations that are tied to Cypher. Not the Shadow Peons, the Cypher Peons. They're trying to regroup in locations that were meaningful to Cypher. There's no DNA samples here this time around. But like, Lair, you again? You're not getting off scot-free this time. Lair originally had Murkrow, right? Yeah, Murkrow. So now has the Sneasel or the Houndour, I can't tell. But, you know, you get to rematch them as often as you need to. So you can't miss a Shadow Pokemon in this game. And I don't know that the Sneasel is guaranteed one hit from the Earthquake, so that's why I'm targeting it. The Houndour is terrible physical defense. So even though Bubble Beam is super effective on Houndour, not against Sneasel, I'd rather just guarantee that I KO both on the same turn. I kind of wish that Blue's Quick Claw kicked in, but, you know, he wasn't imagining the scenario when she was fast today. So, you know, it's fine. As, yeah, we're just going to continue sweeping through. The post-game's difficulty, I've determined, just won't happen forever. No, well, it's that it eases you in, sort of. The battles are still high level. You still really hope that your team hit level 60 before E-Vice, because, you know, all of these trainers that we've fought are, like, stronger than Nazgour was. So, you know, it's still very much like, you know, if you're not ready for the post-game, all of these battles could be very difficult, you know, if your team's not strong enough. But our team is, because we fought the entirety of Mount Battle in between Nazgour and E-Vice. I'm gonna guess that not many people have done that. I'm gonna guess that fewer people have done it intentionally. More than once, because I also did it in the test run for this game. So, you know, I'm rather unique, you know. More than once within, like, I don't know, 4 months? Something like that. I don't know when I did it for the test run, but, you know, we really are strong! We defeated her. We are just blitzing through this post-game right now. But that's okay. There's still nothing here. Just empty cages that once held Pokemon to be turned into Shadow Pokemon, which is sad. But, you know, got the DNA reader over there. You know. And then Vanna. Stop right there. There's no entry beyond this point. Isn't there, though? Isn't there? Vanna here was the original trainer of Forretress, I do believe. I have it in my note. You know, I have all of the ones that are listed. I believe I'm listing them correctly, because I just wrote them in order. But, you know, if I'm wrong, sorry. But yeah, I'm pretty sure she was Forretress. So, you know, all 6 trainers had a Shadow at some point. And nice, we got the praise again. Love that frozen. Poor Golbat. Frozen with those wings like all wrapped up. Well, I guess that makes it warmer. So, you know, that's good. Good job, Golbat. Fainting with absolutely no animation. And Pupitar also goes down. Excellent. Love that. But yeah, we're just listening through the post game. Faster than I would like. I don't think it's a secret at this point that I'm pretty clearly trying to see if this game can be made longer than Fire Red was in the full guide. Just because I've put so much more work into it. Like Fire Red, I knew so much, and I was trying to cover like all the cool little stuff, but I know I missed things. I've found things since. But, you know, they're not important. They're just cool little things. So for this game, since I realized that I missed stuff then, I'm like, you know, I went all out. I found everything. So, you know, I want this to be the longest series before the XD blows it out of the water. It's gonna. It's just gonna. I know that. I'm still in research, and oh boy. But you're gonna get it for this. I want the, you know, I want it to extend a little bit, and there's something that's really gonna help with that. But yeah. Anyway, that's half of the shadow battles from this rematch. There's not a whole lot left in the Shadow Pokemon Lab, believe it or not. There's not a whole lot to some of these post-game scenarios. So, you know, that is going to do it for this part. I do want to split it up into two, just so that, you know, we have some variety, and again, so we're not showing too much in a single episode. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time when we battle the next 3 Shadow Trainers, well, former Shadow Trainers, in the Shadow Lab. See you guys then.